before we before we go on or we touch down with our class or our lesson for today, I will be giving you or I will be reviewing the things that we talked about already. So last time we talked about materials and the different parts of it. So we talked about like how do we, here in your book, if you have your books with you, you can actually get it and open it with me. Oh, it's broken. So here it's can read as how do we group materials. We can group materials based on their properties. And also, we can group materials based on, we can choose best materials for making an object. Like, for example, I want to make a table. Of course, I want to make it in a very nice way, in a very hard way. So I have to use table and wood. I mean wood and metal. So I will consider those two. What is that? Someone is chatting me. Wait. I will read. I will read. I will read. Right. So all right. So the topic that we have today is sound. Sound. This one. All right. So this one is the topic for today. For those who are asking, so that our topic for today is sound. So we'll focus on this one. Okay. So here we go. I will make it like this. And what is sound? What is sound? Where does sound coming from? So every single day, we can hear different music, different sounds in our surroundings. It depends on what kind of sound is that. Like in the classroom this time, I can hear the sound of an aircon. And if I will go out, I can hear the sound of a car running. So we can um, we can hear sound everywhere. So everywhere in every single day. The sound of our parents, the sound of our animals, I mean pets, or the sound of our cars. So anywhere, everywhere, anywhere you go, you can hear different sounds. So what is sound? Sound is a form of energy like electricity and light. So if you are going to summarize this one, the sound is a form of energy as well. See that? The sound is a form of energy. Why? Because without the sound, we cannot understand each other. I cannot hear you, you cannot hear me. So we can't understand each other. If we're talking to each other, then there will be no sound will come out into our mouth. So you cannot understand me what I'm talking about, and I cannot understand you as well what I'm talking about. So it is very important that there is sound that we can hear. So here, where does sound come from? Okay, many things around us make sounds. Around us make sounds. Anything that makes sound is called a source. A source. So anything that produces sound is a source. Like for example, this one is a book. If I will smash the book, it can it produces sound. Like for example, if I will smash the table, it can produce sound. So sound is everywhere. So you can encounter sound wherever you go, even in our houses, even in Central Plaza, you can hear the different sound. Okay, remember kids, sounds is everywhere. You cannot say sound, I don't like you, please don't come to me. You cannot do that to the sound. All right, so sound is everywhere. Anything that makes sound is a source. Okay, anything that can produce sound is a source. So here, okay, for those who are here with me today, you can watch this video. But for those who are absent, you cannot watch this video. Watch this one, because if I will include this one in my presentation, the moment that I upload this one, the moment that I will be uploading this one in YouTube, there will be a problem because the YouTube will block me, and I'm scared that my YouTube channel um will be lost. Information about where does light come, where does sound coming from, and we know that sound is coming from everywhere. You can hear sound everywhere. So according to Vinox as well, that the volume is what measured by decibels. And also, he mentioned that there is no sound produced if you are in a vacuum. So if you're in a vacuum, even you will shout, there is no sound because there is no molecules that will vibrate. So what can you see? What can you see here? It's a baby, right? So I want you to follow what the baby is doing. All right. So who can? All right. Who can follow the cry of a baby? Who can imitate the cry of a baby? Who can cry like a baby? Who can do it? Who can do it? Raise your hand, please. No one? Okay, a baby can produce its own light. That means a baby is a sound source. Okay, a baby is a sound source. Okay, we have here, who can follow the sound of a baby? Who can say, oh, who can do it? Okay, Tunam, can you do it? I have an effects here. I will. Okay, Tunam, very good. Who can do it? More. I will wait. I have an effects. This one. Like that. All right, so again, Tungnam, again. Okay. Okay, thank you, Tunam. Thank you. And also we have here Trin. Tin, yes, Tin. Thank you, Tin. Thank you. Oh. Okay, next we have who else? Who wants to follow the sound of a baby? And remember, the baby produces sound. So that means a baby is a sound source. Okay, who can do it? Who can follow? All right, Alex. Okay, thank you, Alex. Alex can do it. So what about the others here? All right, so the baby is a sound source, the source of a sound as well. Next, what about this one? Okay, so maybe I will remove this one. All right, so we can do it more. We can follow Alan. Yes, Alan. Meow. Alan, can you do it?
Yes. Meow.
Oh, wait, Alan. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I will use this one so that I can hear you. All right, so Alan, can you hear me now? Yes. All right, so can you do it again? I cannot hear you. Hello, Alan? Cannot. No voice, no voice. Can you fix your computer? And I will call you later. Cannot. No, no voice, no voice. Can you fix? Can you fix? Fix. All right, so we have here Alex finished. Ying, yes, Ying. Ying. Oh. Oh. My computer. Sorry. What a problem. There's a problem here. Hello? Hello? Let's see. Ellen, can you do it?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Again, please. Again, please. Okay, very good. All right, so Ying. Ying. Okay, thank you so much. All right, so you can follow the sound of a cat because the cat is also a sound source. Later for those who wants to answer. Next. What about this one? Okay, follow, huh? See. Okay, who can follow? Who can follow? Kantapat? Okay. Okay, next we have who can follow the sound of oh. All right, so what about Tonam? Tonam, yes, Tonam. Again, please. Thank you, Tonam. All right, so see that you can do it because you are a joker. All right, so you can do and you can follow the sound of those animals because we are human being. But a dog, like for example, you say the dog, can you please follow the sound of a chicken dog? The dog will not follow. Only the human can follow because we are what? We have the instinct ideas. All right, the human can follow the sound of an elephant and so on and so forth. What about this one? Next. This one. Listen. Again. Who can follow? Who can follow the sound of a bird? Okay, gain, yes, gain. Thank you. Next, Milin, yes, Milin. Where's Milin? Milin, yes, Milin. Thank you, Milin. Thank you, Milin. Chanya. Thank you. All right. Next. Kantapat later. So the bird, you can follow, some of you can follow the sound of a bird. And remember that the bird is what? The bird is a sound source as well. Okay. Next. Follow. All right. Who can follow Mr. B? Mr. Vince is hallelujah, hallelujah. Who can follow? All right, gain. Why are you laughing? It's hard, right? Tunam. Okay, tunam. Let's see. All right, so you can follow also the sound of Mr. Bin. All right, so it's hard, no, it's hard. So everything that produces sound is a sound source, okay? Sound source. So we have here all the things, or all the things, or yeah, something like that. All the objects or things that I showed to you later a while ago, all of them produces sounds, and we are going to identify that sound later on. Right, some sounds come from nature. The wind blowing to the trees, waterfalls beating down on the rocks, or thunders during a storm are natural sounds. Okay, what are those? Natural sounds. What are the natural sounds? It is coming from the nature. No one is creating them except the nature. Okay, the nature itself. No one is creating them except the nature. That is called natural light. Okay, example of the sound that we can hear from nature is this one. Look.
How strong is the roaring wind at this park in Denver? The air. Here's the worst part. One of them sprayed.
Correct. So as you can hear that one, I can hear the sound of a roaring wind, very wild wind in Denver. See that? That is a natural sound. Natural. What about this one? What sound is that? That is a sound of waterfalls falling down. Wow, that's the sound of a waterfalls. And that falls is very well known in Zimbabwe. See that? Very nice falls. You can hear a natural sound from the falling water or the falls. Next, listen carefully. What is this? That is a thunder. That is a thunder. And a thunder is very scary. I'm scared. Are you scared of thunders? And thunders produces natural sound. Okay, next. Sounds come from machine and vehicles. These are artificial sounds. Okay, there are two. The first one is natural sound, and the second one is artificial sound. So I will be making another topic for this one so that we can discuss more about it. Right? The first one is the natural sound, and the second one is artificial sound. Here. Lamborghini. All right, so that is a Lambo. A Lambo produces sounds as well, but the sound that the Lambo produces is what? Is an artificial sound because it is coming from a machine. Next, we have an airplane. And the sound of an airplane. Right, so the sound of an airplane is an artificial sound. Next, this one. All right, so that sound is coming from an ambulance, and that sound is an artificial sound. See that? Artificial sound the sound that is coming from a machine. The sound produces because of a machine. It is not coming from the surroundings. If it is lightning, like the lightning, the thunder, that is natural. But if it is coming from a machine, that is artificial. Okay, look, we live in a world full of sounds. Sounds come from vibrating objects that can be heard by our ears. These pictures show how some sounds are made, right? Like this and like
I
that,
hope you don't get queasy. I'm going to show
right?
you.
The sound made because of what? We can talk or sing because of our vocal cord of our throat. Here, throat. Vibrate. Sounds is what? Sounds are coming from, let's say, sound is coming from or come from a vibration of an object because of the tiny molecules, right? Coming from a tiny molecules. When a bee flies, its wings vibrate that give out a buzzing sound. Okay? When the bee flies, it gives us a bee sound, buzzing sound, like that. Right? See that? The bee is flying and its wings produces sounds. And it's, what sound is that? Is it artificial or natural? The sound of a bee is natural. Next, when a drum is being hit, the, the tight drum skin is what? Is on, the drum skin on it vibrates like that, vibrates. You can search this in YouTube or in Google so that you can understand what is vibrates. When a trumpet blown, what will happen? The column of the air in it vibrates and gives out sound, vibrates like that, vibrates. The reason why that can give us what? Sound. So how is sound made? A sound is made when an object moves back and forth very quickly, like that. The small and quick movements are called vibrations. See that here? Big vibrations make loud sounds. Small vibrations make soft sounds. All right. So sounds are very important. Sounds is very important to each one of us because we cannot understand each other if there is no sounds. And remember, there are two different types of sounds. If it is, it's either natural sound that comes from the surroundings, comes from the nature, or we have the artificial sound that comes from a machine or any kind of thing that the people is making. Thank you so much, and that's all for today, and have a good day to all of you.